Good evening. Yes. Um, if you have your study material, you can take it. Okay. Good. So where are others? Yeah. Here only two people are there. Hi, Kaushik. Can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me, Kaushik?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Vijay Lakshmi. Can you hear me? Are you there, Vijay Lakshmi? Okay. Fine. So today we are going to discuss about what um, the chemical coordination system. Okay. About what? Chemical coordination system. Okay, chemical coordination system. So what is that chemical? Hormones, right? The chemicals are what? Hormones. What are the other name given to these hormones? They are secondary messengers. Okay, hormones are secondary messengers. Okay, and do you remember the general characteristics? They are secreted by what? Hormones are secreted by what? Yeah, endocrine glands. Okay, hormones are the secondary messengers secreted by endocrine glands. They're also called what? Secondary messengers as well as chemical messengers. Chemical messengers. Also, what are the other name given? Signaling molecules. Hormones are also called what? Signaling molecules. Okay, fine. Do you know the general characteristics of hormones? Check me the general characteristics of hormones. Rohit, general characteristics of hormones. Yes, Rohit, just list one by one. General characteristics of hormones. Secretions of what? They are, yeah, secretions of endocrine glands, and then okay, there is a production site, and then they are transported through blood, and they should be a receptor where on the target site. Can you understand? So production site, and they should be transported, they should be produced, they should be transported, they should be received, and the function response will be there. Example, let's discuss with this with an example. What is FSH? We have, yeah, pituitary gland. Okay, pituitary gland is the production site. What is produced? For example, FSH. FSH stands for what? Follicular stimulating hormone. Where pituitary gland is present? Brain. Okay, that's the production site. And then the hormone is produced, FSH, hormone FSH. And it is transported through blood. Where it reaches? For example, ovary. Can you understand? Ovary, it reaches. This is the, see, pituitary is the production site, transported, and ovary is the target site. Okay, and then it should have, ovary should have what? Receptor. Ovary should have receptor for what? FSH. Only to the ovarian tissue this can bind. And then what is the response? What is the response? What ovary will do? From pituitary, the FSH comes. What ovary will do? What ovary will do? Maybe oogenesis. Ovary will do what? Oogenesis. Can you understand? So, how hormone works? From the production site, the hormones are produced. They are transported through the brain, means blood, and then they reach the target site. They initiate function. Can you understand? Example: FSH is produced in pituitary, transported through blood, reaches ovary. In ovary, oogenesis, or you can say oocyte development. Ovum development. Can you understand how and hormone work? Sometimes if they ask, this is the way you have to. And hormone works. Produced at a different site, production site, transported through blood, and received by the target site, and then the response is initiated. Can you understand? So that flow you should know. Okay, fine. What is the next character? Okay, like hormones, like நம்ம இங்க பார்த்த மாதிரி தான் secreted, or you can say poured directly to the blood stream. Sorry, hormones are produced directly to the bloodstream. Stream means what? Flowing blood. Okay, what is the next thing? Trace amount. Trace amount only. What is called trace amount? Very little. They are required in very little concentration only. Very little. Okay, that's the next important feature. And then specific in function. They have good specificity. They are specific. Means what? Will do its own task only. Okay, whatever task is assigned for it, only that it will do, and correctly. Hormone, yes, you can see if it is produced in large quantity. Is there any? It's chemical. See, that's the water. If you add sugar, can you see that? Similarly, like that, they are in dissolved form. You can't see that actually. If you, because blood is mixture of molecules, you can't see each and every molecule, but you can purify from the blood only one hormone you can purify if you want. For example, insulin is an hormone. It can be just like that purified with technologies by separation technique. So at your home, can you see the insulin vial? Just go and see any sugar diabetic patients are there. Search in the net insulin. You can see that because it is in purified form, liquid form, it is present. Can you understand? If you are purified from the blood, you can see. But when it is present in the blood, you cannot see. You can estimate whether it is there or not, that you can analyze. Hmm? Every molecule will have its not shape. It's a simple molecule. It will have its own structure. Can you understand? So when you get something a shape, if it is a big protein, for example, some proteins are globular protein. What does it mean? Globular protein. It looks round. Some are rod-like protein. Okay, rod like bricks. You can see. Some are fibrous protein. Collagen is a fibrous protein, like a thread. You can see. So every protein will have a structure, but they are big proteins. Insulin is the smallest protein in human being. Just 51 amino acid. Can you say amino acid? No, it's very small in structure. Some 51 amino acids together makes insulin. So one insulin molecule you cannot see. Okay, but 100, maybe 5 ml, milliliter, 10 ml, like that in volume or in gram, you can see. Is it clear? You get chicken. Chicken is protein. Can you see a protein there? But mass. Actually, that's a protein, but macro. In large quantities, it is present. Not one protein. There are tons of protein. Grams of protein is present. Is it clear? Even atom, you have the technology to see an atom. Yes, we can see. We can study complete level, first level, what amino acids are there, how it is folded. Every structure can be analyzed. But naked eye, you cannot see. Yes, atom you can study, right? Atomic, subatomic particles. What is the, what are the subatomic particles? Atom is made up of what? Even there are technique to know. Then it is a molecule. Well, it can be studied. The structure can be analyzed. Okay, yeah. Fine. So, what is the other character? Specificity in what? Means what? அவனோட ஃபங்க்ஷனை அவன் கரெக்டா பண்ணுவான். It is very specific in action. Yeah. எங்க போய் பைண்ட் ஆகணுமோ அங்கதான் பைண்ட் ஆகும். என்ன ஃபங்க்ஷன் பண்ணணுமோ அதுதான் பண்ணுவான். That is called specificity. For example, FSH will act only on gonads, ovary. It will not act on heart. So that is called specificity. Only it will do oogenesis, oocyte development. It will not do protein biosynthesis. Can you understand? So it is specific in its action. And then mainly there are proteins made up of what? Proteins. Hormones are made up of what? Proteins. But also there are lipid, steroid hormones. Okay, steroid hormones. Example, your sex hormones are what? Steroid hormones. Hormones, insulin, protein actually. So it is made up of protein only, but some hormones are what? Steroid hormones. Okay. And then listen, there will be a problem. Decrease in concentration or increase in concentration. Okay, decrease or increase in concentration. Okay, means, for example, one hormone which is called what? Growth hormone. What is it? Growth hormone. What is the function of growth hormone? Helps growth. Growth hormone supports growth. If there is decrease in growth hormone, it results in what? Dwarfism. And if there is increase in growth hormone, okay, gigantism. Can you understand? Gigantism. Okay, acromegaly, something called what? Acromegaly, abnormal formation of face or body organs, abnormality in body, acromegaly. Is it clear? So, increase or decrease can cause effect. Okay, is it clear? So, these are the general characteristics of what? Hormones. Okay, they are the general characteristics of what? Hormones. Okay, fine. Tell me, what are the general characters? Hormones are secreted by endocrine glands. Hormones are called secondary messengers, chemical messengers. Okay, and they are required in small amount. And how do they work? Produced at one particular site, transported by directly secreted into blood, transported by blood, reaches the target site, received by the receptor, induces the response. Example, FSH produced in pituitary in the brain, transported by the blood, reaches gonads in female ovary, induces oogenesis, oocyte development. Can you understand? That's the hormone works. Okay. And see, receptors, hormones wise, see, the hormones are called what? As you say, ligands. In science, they call it as what? Ligands. Okay. And they should be received by the receptors. Okay. So, this interaction is very, very important. Ligand, they call it as what? Ligand receptor interaction. Okay. What do they call? Ligand receptor interaction. And the receptors are of two types. Hormones are ligands connecting two different sites. Ligation means joining. Okay, fine. So receptors, there are cell membrane receptor. Okay, what are the two types? Cell membrane receptor. And another one is called what? Intracellular receptors. Okay, cell membrane receptors and intracellular receptors. For example, see, this is a cell. Okay, if it is a cell membrane receptor, they are present here. Okay, they are called what? Cell membrane receptor. Sometimes the receptor may be present inside. They are called what? Even they may be present in the nucleus also. So they are called what? Intracellular receptors. Hormones can bind to the cell membrane, or it can have its receptor inside the cell also. Okay, so there are two type of receptors. Their interaction only controls the growth or whatever, all of the processes. Is it clear? See, this is the cell and the membrane, cell membrane. So cell membrane receptors are present above the cell, on the surface of the membrane. But here, sometimes the receptors are also present inside the cell. Intracellular receptor. Receptor inside the cell, receptor on the cell membrane. Can you understand? So two type of receptor. Only if receptor are there, hormone can come and bind. Okay? If there is no receptor, hormone cannot come and bind. Is it clear? Fine. Next. So coming to the glands. You know the glands. What are the glands? You list me, I'm going to write from the head region. Right. You copied up? Hari? So now the types of endocrine glands we are going to see. Okay? In humans especially. Okay, we are discussing all these things in regard of humans only. Yes, tell me. First is hypothalamus. Okay, and second is pituitary gland. Okay, hypothalamus and pituitary gland. And in the head region, there are other hormones. What? Okay, we'll come to pituitary gland later. First, these two hormones. Okay, hypothalamus, also called what? Hmm? Master of master. Hypothalamus is called what? Master of master gland. Why? Because pituitary is the master gland. Okay? Pituitary is the master gland. Hypothalamus is called what? Master of master gland. Because hypothalamus controls pituitary. Pituitary controls all other glands. Can you understand? Pituitary is called master gland because pituitary controls all other glands. And later only we came, that's why we call pituitary as master gland. Later we came to know that pituitary is under the control of hypothalamus. Okay, pituitary is under the control of hypothalamus. That's why, yeah. How? See, hypothalamus secretes two type of hormones. One is called what? Releasing hormone. Releasing hormone. Another one is called what? Inhibiting hormone. Okay. Hypothalamus produces two type of hormones. Inhibiting hormone. Example. Okay, we are going to discuss this with one example. Okay. There is one hormone called what hormone it is? Growth hormone. What hormone it is? Come soon. Okay, see, there is one hormone called what? Growth hormone, which is secreted by, okay, so pituitary. Growth hormone is secreted by pituitary. Okay, imagine, just imagine, this is called what? Just imagine this as hypothalamus. Okay, this imagine this as hypothalamus, and this one as what? You can imagine as pituitary. Okay, and in pituitary, there are two regions. What are the two regions? You know, this is anterior pituitary. You know that anterior pituitary, and this is called what? Posterior pituitary. What are the two regions? Anterior and posterior pituitary. Here, many hormones are synthesized from the anterior pituitary. The growth hormone is synthesized. Okay, listen. If, please listen. If there is one hormone from here called what? G H or H. What is it? G H or H. G H or H stands for what? Yeah, it is called what? Growth hormone releasing hormone. Okay, what is it? GH or H stands for what? Growth hormone releasing hormone. From pituitary, this is pituitary. If GH or H comes, the growth hormone secretion is there. Okay, pituitary will secrete growth hormone. And same thing from the pituitary, okay, from the pituitary, if another hormone called what? Growth hormone inhibiting, sorry, growth hormone inhibiting hormone. What is it? Growth hormone inhibiting hormone. Okay, if that hormone, what will happen? Action of GH is inhibited. Okay, so if growth hormone releasing hormone comes, there is production of growth. Every function of pituitary is regulated by hypothalamus. Can you understand? That's why that's how every function of every hormone production by pituitary is regulated. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Yes. Hormones, though it is produced by pituitary, there are many hormones. We are going to see many types of hormones. For example, growth hormones, even the same example, growth hormones. Okay, someone is there, pa. This way, someone is there. Okay, listen. If a person is having some growth related issues, actually the growth hormone has to come from brain. If it is not produced in enough quantity, it can be given, administered directly. Synthetic growth hormone can be injected into the person. For plants, there are natural hormones as well as synthetic hormones. The hormones are given and the growth is regulated. Like that for us also, some people will have, see, there are people, we call them as transgenders. Okay, who is a trans men or trans women? Born as girl and they develop into men, trans men. Born as boy or girl, then men. Girl to boy or boy to girl. For example, she is born as a boy. Okay, born as a or whatever, a boy only. Even some kind of one, for example, there is one hormone called, there is one issue called what? Androgen. It is called what? Androgen insensitivity. Okay, they may be born as boy, but hormone is produced, but no receptor for the hormone. So, if androgen sex hormones are not received properly, they will develop into what? Female. Lot of female characteristics only there. So, if there is a change in or imbalance in hormone, it will be, especially if it is a sex hormone, change in the sexual characteristics. Okay, in this such kind of, there are a lot of such conditions are there. So that time what we can do, something called what? Hormone replacement therapy. What is it? Hormone replacement therapy. So in that time, actually born like a boy, but most of female sexual characteristics are there. See, under like genitalia is like female only, but no the face as well as no breast, no face is like a boy, and no breast, chest is like a boy only. But that person wants to live as a girl. What she can do? Female hormone can be administered, which induces what? Breast development. Under, say, in that transition phase, what is transition phase? Sexually reproduction is divided into three phases: juvenile phase, reproductive phase, aging phase. Okay, so when you attain puberty after 12, 13, and then slowly little changes in your body, height, voice, facial hair growth, many things will come, and then you become a boy. You attain puberty. But in these people, that is an issue. There will be delay in aging process. And if they come to know, they will come to know that they have some hormone imbalance. That time, they can go for this hormone replacement therapy. So, sex, even there are sex reassignment therapy. What it is called? Hormone replacement therapy, sex reassignment therapy. So, sex reassignment, surgically it can be done. How sex reassignment can be done? Surgically. But the breast growth, all these things can be done only by the hormones. Breast removal is surgically done, something called liposuction. If they have breast, but it should be removed. Like the lipid, breast is made up of lipid tissues only. Liposuction. They add some devices, remove all the fat molecules which is present, and then they do some kind of surgery. They look like a boy. If breast has to grow, in the sense, they will be administering hormones. So there will be breast enlargement. So hormones can be given. This is in case of sex. That is why you should to think in that aspect. Think about diabetic patients. Again, the well-known example. People should produce insulin, but the body cannot produce insulin. They become diabetic. But what we do now, we synthesize insulin, we produce insulin in the laboratory, we are administering it. We are maintaining sugar level in the body. So, hormones actually synthesized by endocrine glands, but they can be administered from with the synthetic hormones also can be administered. They will do their own function. Is it clear? So, tell me how pituitary is controlled by Hari. Tell me how pituitary is controlled by hypothalamus. Hmm. With example. Hmm. 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 Secreted by pituitary. Growth hormone is secreted by pituitary. Hmm. Hmm. அதாவது pituitary secretes growth hormone when only hypothalamus secretes growth hormone releasing hormone GH or H. Then only pituitary can secrete growth hormone. Similarly, if it secretes growth hormone inhibiting hormone, inhibition means stopping. So inhibiting hormone, growth hormone production is stopped. That's how pituitary control all the hormones of hypothalamus controls all the hormones of pituitary. Okay, fine. Now, so there are coming to the next gland. Okay, so be sure with the function of hypothalamus. Now, coming to the next gland. What is the next gland? Master gland called what? Pituitary gland. Okay, we saw two regions of pituitary. What are the two regions of pituitary? Yeah, here we saw what? Anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. Okay. Anterior pituitary, posterior pituitary. Okay. Now, the anterior pituitary. What are the hormones connected with anterior pituitary? Let me give it in short form. GH. What is GH? Growth hormone. What is ACTH? Adrenocorticotropic hormone. What is TSH? Thyroid stimulating hormone. And what is FSH? Follicular stimulating hormone. What is LH? Hmm? LH is luteinizing hormone, or they call it as what? LTH. Actually, LH only. Yes, it is actually luteinizing hormone. LH. What next? LTH, or you can see prolactin. It is also called what? Prolactin. So how many hormone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6 hormones. All these 6 hormones are produced by the region of pituitary called antiuterine, and of course pars distalis. Okay, pars distalis. And anterior pituitary will have another region called what? Pars intermedia. Okay, pars intermedia. Okay, what? MSH. MSH means what? Melanocyte stimulating hormone. MSH means what? Melanocyte stimulating hormone. Okay, I just write the abbreviation only. Please, you from your study material, you learn about all these things. And then the next region is called what? Posterior pituitary. So anterior pituitary, and then you have posterior pituitary. Okay, posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary will have 2 hormones. What are they? Oxytocin and then vasopressin. Okay, oxytocin and vasopressin. Right? So now, how many hormones in total? The pituitary has 9 hormones. Growth hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, leukotropic hormone, melanocyte stimulating hormone, and then oxytocin, and then vasopressin. There are 9 hormones specific for pituitary. Listen, we saw pituitary produces growth hormone releasing hormone, growth hormone inhibiting, sorry, hypothalamus produces growth hormone releasing hormone, growth hormone inhibiting hormone. So for like that, for all of these hormones, hypothalamus produces releasing hormone and inhibiting hormone. Okay, fine. So keep that in mind. So what is the function of growth hormone? Regulates growth. What is the function of ACTH? Adrenal cortex. See, adrenal gland. ACTH controls what? Adrenal gland. Okay, so adrenal gland. And THS, what gland? Thyroid gland. FSH, gonads. FSH, all are what? Gonads. Lactin, mammary gland. Milk secretion. This melanocyte stimulate mammary gland, milk secretion in female. Okay, a melanocyte means the black pigment. Okay, and then oxytocin, contractile hormone, contraction of uterus. Vasopressin, also called what? ADH. ADH means what? Antidiuretic hormone. What is diuresis? Kidney water filter ஆகிறது கிட்னில. Okay, filtration of water by kidney is diuresis. And the rate கம்மி பண்றது is antidiuresis. If anti-vasopressin is not there, lot of water is released by the kidney. அப்போ water ஓட reabsorption க்கு this antidiuresis hormone is important. Can you understand? So please know about the function of all of these hormones. Okay, fine. So pituitary. Then what is the next gland present in your head region? Third is actually what? Pineal gland, which secretes what hormone? Pineal gland secretes melatonin. Melatonin, what it will do? It controls sleep wake cycle. circadian rhythm. Okay, so without this melatonin, அதனால தான் when we are depression இருக்கு, தூக்கம் வரல, melatonin is lost. Can you understand? So or circadian rhythm, sleep wake cycle is controlled by this pineal gland. So all these glands are present in what? The head region. Okay, fine. Next, fourth gland is thyroid gland. Thyroid gland. What are the hormones connected with thyroid gland? Okay, hormones. Thyroxine. Okay, T3, T4 hormones. They call it as what? T3, triiodothyroxine and tetraiodothyroxine. T3, T4 hormones. What is the function of thyroid gland? BMR. What is BMR? Basal metabolic rate. Okay, can you understand? So that's the main function of thyroid gland, and also it produces what? Calcitonin. Next hormone is called what? Calcitonin. T3, T4 hormones controls basal metabolic rate, and then calcitonin. Calcitonin. What is the function of calcitonin? Lowest calcium level in the blood. Okay, calcitonin, lowest calcium level in the blood. Okay, it lowers, reduces calcium level in the blood. Appadina, what it does? Bone la calcium absorption increase pannu. Okay, so that's the function of this calcitonin. Okay, fine. And then fifth gland is what? Parathyroid gland. Nama throat region la irukkiradhu thyroid and parathyroid. What parathyroid will do? What are the hormones? Parath hormone. Name of the hormone is what? Parath hormone. See, sense what? Increases calcium ion level in blood. Okay, see, calcitonin decreases calcium ion in blood. Appo increases absorption of calcium by bone. Inga bone la irundhu blood ku calcium varada even follow pandran. Can you understand? So antagonistic hormones, parath hormone. Okay, fine. Next gland is what? Thymus gland. Thymus la enna hormone varudhu? Thymosin. Name of the hormone is called what? Thymosin. What is the function? T lymphocyte maturation. நம்ம பாடியில ஹையர் கிளாஸ்ல படிப்பீங்க. There are two type of immunity. T cell mediated immunity, B cell mediated immunity ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So the T cells or T immune cells are matured in thymus gland. Can you understand? T thymus. T is actually thymus. In thymus la தான் இந்த lymphocytes are matured. அதனால they are called T lymphocytes. B blood la act பண்ணும். B lymphocytes. Okay, blood la act பண்ணும். Antibodies produce பண்ணும். அதனால அத B lymphocytes அப்படினு சொல்லுவாங்க. T cells, B cells. Okay, and bursa of fabrics அப்படினு சொல்லுவாங்க. இன்னொன்னு, அதாவது bone marrow la தான் they are produced and matured. B cells எங்க mature ஆகும்? Bone marrow. Even thymus, T cells thymus la mature ஆகும். Okay, immune cells, both are immune cells, two type of immunity they do. அப்போ அந்த T cells ஓட maturation இங்க நடக்கும். Okay, thymus. What is the next gland? Adrenal gland. Adrenal gland. Okay, the hormone is what? There are many hormones. Okay, like adrenaline, noradrenaline அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Means adrenal adrenal cortex region, medulla region அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Cortex and medulla region. So there are many hormones connected with the pituitary. அப்புறம் நிறைய ஹார்மோன்ஸ் இருக்கிறது இந்த அட்ரினல் தான். So adrenaline, noradrenaline அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. adrenaline அப்புறம் noradrenaline. See, இந்த ஹார்மோன் அட்ரினலின் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்கன்னா fight, flight and fright ஹார்மோன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ ஃப்ளைட்னா என்ன? ஃபைட்னா என்ன? சண்டை போடுறது. ஃப்ளைட்னா என்ன? பறந்து போறது. ஃப்ரைட்டனிங்னா பயப்படுறது. ஸோ நம்மளோட அந்த எமோஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றது. பயம், கோபம், இது எல்லாத்தையும் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்றது இந்த அட்ரினலின். எக்ஸாம் ஃபியர், நாய் தோறுத்தனா வேகமா ஓடுவோம் நார்மலா ஓடுறதை விட. எக்ஸாம் பேய் பார்த்தா பயப்படுவோம். கோவத்துல ஒரு பெரிய சப்த கூட உடைச்சிருவோம். கோவம் வந்துச்சுன்னா அப்படி ஒரு கோவம் வரும். ஸோ ஆல் தீஸ் திங்ஸ் ஆர் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் வாட்? திஸ் adrenaline hormone. Okay, and then pancreas. 8th என்ன? pancreas. pancreasல இருந்து என்ன செக்ரேட் ஆகும்? யா, இன்சுலின் அண்ட் குளுக்கோகான். pancreasல என்ன ஹார்மோன்? இன்சுலின், குளுக்கோகான். See, இவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் அகைன், இவன் சுகரை ரெடியூஸ் பண்ணுவான் பிளட்ல, இவன் சுகரை இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணுவான். பிளட் சுகர் லெவல் டிக்ரீஸ் பண்றது இன்சுலின், பிளட் சுகர் லெவல் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்றது glucagon. Can you understand? And then you know the last two hormones are gonads. Testes in male, which produces what? Yeah, testosterone, all male characters. இல்லையா? மேல்னஸ், நம்மளோட எல்லா மேல்னஸ்க்கும் பிரைமரி அண்ட் செகண்டரி கேரக்டர்ஸ்க்கு இவன் தான் தேவை. அப்போ அது மாதிரி ஃபீமேல்ல என்ன இருக்கும்? யா, ஓவரிஸ். ஆக்சுவலா ஃபீமேல்ல டெஸ்டஸ் அண்ட் ஓவரிஸ். இங்க என்ன இருக்கும்? ஈஸ்ட்ரோஜன் ஆர் you can say progesterone. Okay, yes, but the secretion, menstrual cycle இருக்கு இல்லையா? See, they have menstrual cycle. How do organism reproduce பண்ணும்போது பார்ப்போம். First phase of first 14 daysல they have follicular stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone high first 14 daysல. Second 14 daysல தான் after ovulation தான் corpus luteum form ஆகும். From corpus luteum இந்த progesterone is secreted. So second phaseல தான் first 14 daysல progesterone கம்மியா இருக்கும், second 14 daysல progesterone அதிகமா இருக்கும். Not, yeah, ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கும். The peak is like this. Can you understand? ரொம்ப கம்மி. After அந்த ovulation 14th டேக்கு அப்புறம் அதிகமாகும். So அதிகமாகி தான் இருக்கும். அதனால they have lot of mood swings. Okay, ஹார்மோன் லெவல் சைக்கிள்க்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி அதிகமாகவும் கம்மியாகவும் இருக்கு. ஓகே, no, every 14th day it is produced. After the 14th day, every time corpus luteum develops, and if they are conceived, okay, if they are conceived, placenta forms. Usually in the ovary it is formed. If they are conceived, placenta forms. Placenta secretes lot of progesterone for the development of the baby. So that time even more higher in level. Can you understand? Placenta. Okay, anyway, that we will be discussing in how do organism reproduce. Because pancreas will produce lot of enzymes, pancreatic amylase, pancreatic lipase, all these things. That's why they secreted to the, for example, in digestive system, pancreatic duct is there. So the secretions, enzymes released into the duodenum through pancreatic duct. So exocrine activity. But alpha cells, beta cells of pancreas produces insulin and glucagon. So they do not have that directly released into bloodstream. That's why they are called what? Endocrine and exocrine. Heterocrine gland. Okay, fine. Anyway, so please go through this book. All the hormones function is wonderfully explained. So it will definitely help you. Okay, thank you. And ready for your assignment test, everything for this particular chapter. Sir, அது சேவ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க சார். எங்க சேவ் பண்ணணும்னு தெரியல. இன்னையோட டாக்குமெண்ட். ஓகே, பார்க்கலாம் சார். Bye.